YouTube. I'm Jaquetta.
I'm Cardelia.
And you're back watching the Blackberry Beauty channel.
Today we're going to be talking about foundations. So just,
I don't know. We're going to be just letting y'all know what some of our favorite foundations are. Some of the foundations that we tried, some of the ones we use, some of the ones we love, and some of the ones not so much. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm going to start y'all with my, of course, my, alright. This is my MAC Matchmasters 9.0. This was my first MAC foundation. It used to be my go-to, but honestly, not so much. It's still one of my favorites. If I don't know what I want to wear, you know, it's levels to this. And the reason I say that is because back in the day, like when I was when I first got this, back when I was in high school, early 20s, you know, people be broke. This used to be my formal foundation. Like I would wear my drugstore foundation, and then when I was going somewhere special, I put on my MAC Matchmasters foundation. And now I feel like it's the opposite. This is the one, if I'm not doing anything, I'm going to go to my daughter's softball game, I'll throw on this Matchmasters. Like I said, it's not a whole lot I can say about it. It's just one of my favorite MAC. It is my favorite MAC foundation. So yeah, it's my old faithful one. Yeah, and I think it retails for about $30. So out of the MAC foundations, it's I think one of the more expensive ones. But like I said, MAC is not high end, it's more middle end. So anyway, MAC Matchmasters 9.0. While we're talking about MAC, I'll just go ahead and do my other MAC foundation, which I went into a MAC store not too long ago, and I asked somebody to, I wanted a matte MAC foundation because I never tried a matte MAC foundation, and the only MAC foundation I ever tried was the Matchmasters. I never tried the, you know, NW, any of that. And so the lady told me to get this one. It's the MAC Studio Sculpt one. She said it's matte. It has that SPF 15 in it, which I did hear a lot of people say that breaks them out. I don't really know if it broke me out or not. Honestly, I don't have real sensitive skin. There's not a whole lot of stuff that I've tried that really breaks me out. Not a whole lot of stuff. And so it didn't break me out. So I don't know if it broke me out or not, to be honest with you, because my skin is crazy. Like I get pimples, you know, still. So I mean, I'll not wear makeup for a month and still get a pimple. So I don't know what breaks me out, but I didn't notice that it broke me out. Anyway, I got this in the color NW45 and this one, and it's okay. I mean, it's matte. Yeah, it's matte. I wore it a lot when I was in Key West. That's when I wore this the most, and it's an okay foundation. Like I said, it's not anything that I'm going to rave about, but yeah, this is my MAC Studio Sculpt. If you want to try a MAC matte foundation, I suggest this one. It's okay. You want to talk about your MAC one that you don't have?
Yeah. I got the Studio Fix Fluid in NW47. I really didn't use it that long because it broke me out. Like my whole face was broken out with pimples all over, and that was really like the only new product I had got. So yeah, I pretty much just gave that to my mom. I do not have that anymore, and it hurt my feelings because I really wanted to like MAC because everybody talked about MAC.
Well, you should try the Matchmasters.
Well, that was the one they gave me because I said I had oily skin. So,
yeah. So, yeah.
I'll try it again later, but not right now.
Alright, next I'm going to go on to my Makeup Forever foundations. I have two Makeup Forever foundations. Honestly, y'all, like when I got married a couple years ago, was it a couple years ago?
A year ago.
No, it wasn't. It was like a year. Oh, yeah. I got married a year ago. Like I said, at that point, I was still using this foundation all the time. And I wanted something different. I was like, I'm getting married. I want different, you know, foundation, blah, blah, blah. And so I walked into a Sephora in Dallas, and the lady gave me this, and she told me to try this. And for whatever reason, I did like this on me in the store. But whenever I got home and when I would wear it, I would feel like it didn't have enough red in it for me. Like I feel like a lot of my foundations have a lot of red in them, and this one wasn't like that. And so I kind of felt like it didn't, when foundations don't have enough red in it, I kind of feel like it's not warm enough for my skin. And so I really have not been wearing this. Like I wore it that one time when I was in Key West a year ago. And then when I went back to Key West this year, I used another foundation. I'll talk about that in a minute. But and the reason I keep saying Key West is because Key West is like my trial and error place for foundation, y'all. Like it is so humid. It is so humid that I feel like if a foundation can last there, it can last anywhere. Because I mean, even when you use a matte foundation, it's so humid there that it's not gonna stay matte long. So that's my trial. Anytime I go to Key West, I'm like, let me take my foundation and try it out in Key West. But yeah, anyway, so this foundation, I bought it and then I didn't wear it for a year. I didn't like it. I see a lot of people on YouTube say that they like, or on Instagram say that they like it. And so every once in a while I'll break it out and try it again, but I don't really wear it. Same with this foundation. So when I bought this one, I was like, I want to try the matte version of it. So I went and bought the matte velvet from Makeup Forever. The color match is okay. Like I said, it didn't seem warm enough for me. It didn't have enough red in it. And so I don't wear this one very often either. Like, again, in Key West, I did wear it a lot. I loved it in Key West because it is so humid and it's matte. So these two Makeup Forever, when it comes to Makeup Forever foundations, I don't really love them because I don't feel like the color payoff is warm enough. With that being said, I walked in and purchased this Makeup Forever product. It's a Makeup Forever, it's called the Step 1 Skin Equalizer, and I got it because on their Instagram, a girl had it on, and it said she put it on just this by itself and it warms up your skin. And so I thought, perfect. Like, my problem with Makeup Forever foundations is that they're not warm enough for my skin. They don't have enough red in them. So I thought this is going to be the perfect solution. Just drop a couple of drops of this in my foundation and put it on. And I do that, it makes these a little better. Like, they're wearable, so I do wear them. And then I tried to use it as a primer and just put it on all over my face first like a primer, and then do the foundation, and again it makes these wearable. The thing about this, y'all, and I'm going to say this with caution because I think this broke me out. Like, and it's crazy because nothing breaks me out. Like, like I said, when it comes to my face, I'm not sensitive at all. I use a lot of stuff on my face, so it's kind of hard for me to tell when something breaks me out because I use so much stuff on my face. I don't know what it was that broke me out, but this was the only new thing that I used, and I feel like it broke me out. I need to try it again to make sure, but I'm kind of scared to do that to my face again because I'm telling y'all, like, I had little bitty bumps all over my forehead. Like, rash broke out. Like, not pimple broke out, but rashy break out, and then I got a couple of pimples down here. I don't know if it was from this, so if anybody else has used this, let me know if you feel like this broke you out. I'm kind of hesitant to say. I don't want to go on camera and say, oh my god, y'all, this broke me out, until I get more information. So I think this broke me out. I'm scared to use it again. I may try it again, but I gotta wait because my face is still a little broken out from I think from this. I hope it didn't, because I really like the fact that I can drop it in my foundation and make it and warm up foundations that are not quite a color match for me. And so, yeah, if you tried the Makeup Forever Skin Equalizer and the orange one, let me know if that broke y'all out. I think it broke me out. I think. And if I say something breaks me out, then it broke me out, because nothing breaks me out. Anyway.
I will talk about my first little mini foundation when I broke into the foundation game. It was my tinted moisturizer by NYX, and it's in the color Almond, I think. Yes. Yeah, I liked it a lot when I was wearing it back then. This was like, what, a year ago. So but now I feel like this is the darkest color, and really I feel like the only color that black girls can wear in it. So yeah, it doesn't match me as well as I thought it did back then, especially if you're going to try to use it in the summertime when you get darker. It's kind of besides the point to do. But I mean, it was $10.99. It served its purpose, I suppose, but I feel like the color range isn't all that great. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that one.
I guess next I will talk about I'll talk about my Giorgio Armani foundation. And y'all, the reason I bought this is because a girl on YouTube, no, a girl I follow on Instagram goes on and on and on about it, and she loves it, says she loves it. Of course, I live in a small town again, and so I had to wait till I went to the city to get this. I got it from Neiman Marcus, and this thing was $63. So I'm like, okay, $63 is a lot, but if I love it, then it's worth it. You know, I'm gonna keep it. Okay, so I mean, I'm in the color 13, which I think there may be one darker than this, maybe not, I don't remember. It has a lot of red in it. I don't know, it's that luminous silk. It is lightweight. It is a lightweight foundation. That's, I guess, a plus if you like lightweight foundation. I'm more of a full coverage girl. The thing I don't like about it necessarily is I have to use a poreless foundation. I feel like whenever I put this on, like, it sinks into my pores and makes my pores more visible. I don't know, y'all let me know if y'all feel the same way about it. I don't know, but for $63 I kind of expected this was going to be my favorite foundation, and it wasn't. And of course I can't return it, which I don't know if I would return it or not. I don't think that I disliked it enough to return it. I just think that I disliked it enough to where when this is empty, I will not purchase it again. But I don't use it very much. So yeah, Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation is okay. It's alright. It's alright.
It's just sad for $63.
For $63, yeah, I did expect it to be my fave. But it's not a bad one. I wear it every now and then. Yeah.
I guess I'll talk about another one of my non-favorites. It would be this Bare Minerals matte powder foundation in, what is this, Warm Dark. Because I'm so oily, I figured maybe I need a powder, maybe not anything that's liquid or cream, but yeah, I didn't like this at all. It's too powdery. It's just not my cup of tea. So yeah, it was actually a gift, so luckily I didn't have to spend any money on it to find out I didn't like it. But it's still, to be honest, I don't know why I still have it. So
it was a gift.
It was a gift, and you feel bad for trying to, like, but yeah, it didn't fit me, and it didn't fit the girl either, so it was really kind of like a double giveaway. So yeah, but yeah, this isn't one of my favorites. I'm not much of a powder girl. As far as it being my only foundation, I feel like I've tried that a lot and it never works out for me. I always end up looking a mess. So yeah, I like foundation that's liquid. So yeah, maybe over it. I like putting powder over it, but no, not this at all. So.
Okay, 1 second. Speaking of powder foundations, I forgot about my MAC Studio Fix powder foundation. Yeah, I thought this was gonna be a great idea because I thought I could wear it like, I mean, whenever I don't want to wear my liquid foundations, like when I go to my daughter's softball games, softball practices, but I don't want to show up with nothing on my face at all. I thought this would be a good one because it's a powder, it won't get so oily. Yeah, anyway, I got it in the color, actually we don't have a MAC, so I had to call the MAC store and I was like, I am a 9.0 in the Matchmasters. What color would I be in the Studio Fix powder foundation? Because this is not a finishing powder, it's a foundation. And they told me to get NW48, and this is NW48, which I thought it'd be darker than the NW45, but it's really not. I've only used it a couple times. Honestly, I don't love it. I feel like it's too yellowish. Like it's not enough red in it. It's too yellow.
Especially be a foundation.
Yeah, it's really, I don't know. But sometimes I thought that I would also be able to try to use it as a finishing powder, but then that's like 2 foundations, and then I felt like I got oily when I did that. Maybe I should try it with this if it doesn't work me out. But yeah, so this is the MAC. I didn't like it. Maybe I need to give it I've only tried it twice, y'all, so I need to try it again, try it under different circumstances, try it, you know, I'll try it again and let y'all know. But this is the MAC Studio Fix foundation, powder foundation. That's that. Okay, so moving on, we're going to talk about the one that we loved. I love this foundation. It is the NARS new, well, I don't know if it's still new. I wouldn't call it new anymore. We talked about this in our haul video, or we talked about it before, I think in our other favorites video. This is a NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. Like I said, I tried the other NARS foundations before this one came out. I did not like them. This one I actually love. This is my go-to if I'm going anywhere. Lunch date,
videotaping.
This is the one that I use. The girl told me to try this on, and I love it. Like I said, it's one of my favorites. So if this is in the color Dark 3 Benares. There is one color darker than this, and in fact, when I came back from Disney World a few weeks ago, I felt like this one was a little light for me. So then I went and got a sample of the one that's darker than this, which is the 4, and then by itself it was too dark, and so I mixed it with this and it was okay. But I mean, I tried this again a couple days ago and it seemed fine. So I don't know, maybe maybe I tanned and then I don't know. Anyway, love it, try it, get it.
Yes. Also, if you're oily, go get the Becca primer. So that way, because this whole area right here, nose and mouth, does not work out. But
it didn't work out. What do you mean?
Like when it's just by itself or with another primer.
It got oily? Oh yeah, that's the thing about it. The only thing about that foundation that I can say that's kind of negative, it may be a negative, is that it's supposed to be a matte foundation. I wouldn't call that a matte. But I feel like any foundation that says luminous is not going to be a matte. It's going to give you that dewy look, and that's what that does. So if you're looking for a matte foundation, that's not going to be a matte foundation. It doesn't look matte to me. And yeah,
at all. When she said it was matte, I didn't believe her, because
I said it was matte.
Yeah, you told me that it was matte.
Yeah,
it was like it's a matte foundation. I didn't believe it, but hey, whatever.
It's a good foundation. It's just not, if you're wanting that matte look, it ain't gonna work. Maybe, yeah, no.
But like I said, if you're really oily, go get the Becca primer. I had that on today. I wore it some yesterday when I got it, and it works wonders. So now it's supposed to look the way it was meant to look, not oily face. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And I'll talk about my 2 last ones. More recently, I have been, or actually I'm going to talk about 2 more real quick before I don't have these anymore because I returned them, and I'm about to tell you why. The Kat Von D foundation, I'm so sad because I really wanted that. I hear so many good things about it. It's a full coverage. I wanted it so bad, but I could not find my color. I went to Sephora and they had they had the 74, which was too dark for me, and then they had the 72, and she put it all over me, and it wasn't bad. It was just way too red, and it was a little dark for me. So she did the little thing on my face, the little computer thing that they do at Sephora that's never right, and it told me that I needed a 66. They didn't have that in store, so I had to order the 66, and I felt like, okay, well, even if it's a little light, I can mix it with the 72. So I went ahead and bought the 72, and when my 66 got here, I tried to mix it, and it wasn't right. Like the 66 was too yellow, the 72 was too red. It just wasn't right. Together, I'd mix it, and I just couldn't get it right. So then I looked online again, and they had a 71, which I ordered the 71, and I was excited. I was like, this is perfect. It's in between the 66 and the 72. I ordered 71. It got here and it was too light, so I want to try that foundation, but I cannot find my color. Kat Von D, if you're listening,
help us out.
Come out. I don't know what to say, because she has some that are it's great foundation. They have darker colors, you know, but it just none of them. One was too red. One was too, yeah. I just couldn't get a Kat Von D foundation, so I'm very sad about that. And I am big. Maybe if I would have mixed it with like another one of my foundations, but I'm a big believer. Like if I like the formula of a foundation, I don't want to mix it with another foundation. Like if anything, I'm going to buy a lighter color and then same formula and mix it. With that being said, the Marc Jacobs foundation. I love this foundation. At the time, I'll save this for last because at the time, right now, this is my favorite foundation. I have it on today. The only thing is, I feel like I couldn't get a color match in this either. And this one is number 84 Cocoa Medium. It's the Marc Jacobs Genius Gel Foundation. And then this one is in the color 86 Cocoa Deep. Okay? This one's too dark by itself. This one's too light by itself. So I do have to mix these. At $48, you're looking at $90 for a foundation, but it's my favorite foundation, so it's worth it. And when they're out, I'll buy it again just because I love it. So like I said, when I mix foundations, I like them to be the same formula because that's what I like. I like the formula. Yeah, but Marc Jacobs, my favorite foundation at the moment. When I wear this out though, people ask me, I wore this to Ulta one day and the girl was like, what foundation is that on your face? You know, and I told her it was the Marc Jacobs one. Like I said, it's $48 is expensive, but that's how much this one costs. So $48 for a good foundation is great considering that I spent $60 on this one and it's not one of my favorite foundations. So yes, love this foundation, love it.
My last one is going to be my Becca, and it is the Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. I have a love-hate relationship with this.
Me too.
Some days I love it,
what
and
color is that one?
Some days I don't. This one is in sandalwood. So, I mean, I don't know, and I don't know what it is that makes me love it one day. I don't know why I don't like it some days. So, I don't know.
I got that. I bought that, and then, but I got, what's the color above that one? Sienna?
I believe so,
okay.
Sienna.
Okay, so I got it in Sienna. I brought it home. The girl put it on me. It looked up like most foundations that look okay in the store. And then I brought it home, and I wore it for 2 days because I wanted to try different primers underneath it, and it just doesn't have enough warmth for me. The Becca foundations, to me, don't have enough red. I don't know. It just left a dusty ash, not a glowy, dewy. It just wasn't right. Like, I didn't like it. So I took mine back.
I still have mine because I love her some days. Like some days I'm just like yes, and then other days I'm like I'll go back to NARS. So I mean, I'm gonna keep her to the end. I can't say that this is going to be a repurchase, but as far as right now, I'm just gonna use it. This was like $42.
Yeah.
So
but you don't hate it enough to return it.
Yes.
But then you don't love it enough to repurchase it. That's this one. That's this one. I don't hate it enough to return it, but don't love it when it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah. Some days I was thinking that the color was off, but then I tried hers, which was a shade lighter, and yeah, no. So this is my color. I don't know. I have no idea, guys. So yeah, we don't know. So I guess that's all we have for today. So if you have any foundations that you want us to try or anything like that, just let us know below.
Yeah, if there's any of these foundations that you have any questions about, ask us below. Or if there's any that you want us to try, I am always in the market for a new great foundation. So just let me know, and we will respond to you.
Yeah, we plan on buying some more for the summertime, so we'll see and tell y'all how that works out for us.
All right, with that being said, bye.
Bye.